Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to marvelous Ekaterinburg. Before we start our Japan press conference with our guests, I would kindly ask you to remind a few things. Channel 1 first for interpretation is English. Channel 2, Russian. Channel 3, Japanese. And Channel 4 is Français, French, right? So please, we remind also the photographers after the 3 questions raised to player Maya Yoshida to kindly leave the room, and we will see you afterwards as for the training session. Please raise your hands. There are many mics around, and please ask for the mic. You give the name of your organizations, please, and also your name and the person you are addressing to, in this case, of course, Maya Yoshida. I also take the opportunity to thank Mr. Nishino Akira to be with us today. And let's start the press conference, please. Yes, please, front row. Yes, this gentleman, please. Just wait for the mic. Thank you.
My name is Sean Miyaguchi. I'm from Kyoto News English in Japan, and I'll be asking my question in English of the coach and player.
No, player first.
Okay.
Player first,
I'd actually like to ask you about your teammate Yuya Osako, because he had a match-winning contribution against Colombia, but after the game, he didn't say a whole lot. In fact, he seems like quite a quiet person. So I'm wondering, what can you tell us about him? What is he like as a teammate, as a person, and what can you tell us about his approach to training and to matches?
He doesn't tend to speak very much in front of the media. He's a bit shy, but he is a very good player. And he does contribute to the team a lot. And he can hopefully show the performance that he did in the match against Colombia. Of course, he's going to be marked closely, but the team as a whole, we will have to support him because he will be marked closely. And in the next match, we'd like to win as much as we did in the last one. And hopefully, I wanted you to ask me something other than about Mr. Osako.
Question, please. In the middle, please, sir.
Takeuchi from TBS. I'd like to ask Mr. Yoshida in the young Colombia match, and also Senegal, I think, has a very different offensive powers, and then they are individually athletes, and then they are speedy, and in order to win against them, what are the themes that you're going to have in terms of defense? We would like to keep them without a goal, and then we feel that we should avoid any goals from set pieces, and we will have to organize our defense better than the previous match. For both matches, for both teams, rather, this is going to be a very important match, therefore it's going to be very tough. But what we have to do is the same as what we did in Colombia. We'll just keep on doing what we did.
Yes.
Me? Yeah. This is, Andrew Dillon from the Sun newspaper in England. A question for Maya Yoshida, please. I know this is quite a common story in Japan, but the people of England are fascinated about the Japan fans who clean up the litter in the stadium after the game. Could you please tell us a bit about why they do that, what it is about Japanese people that makes them do that? And another question, do you clean up the dressing room after the match in the same way?
Please, before our friend answers, please only take one question, please.
まずは僕たちの、お
Well
そらく僕たちのロッカーは試合後は
Our locker room
イングランドの
or changing room
と比較すると非常に
after the match, compared to maybe the Premier League of England, would be much cleaner.
行いに対しては
We leave it much cleaner. And in terms of fans, cleaning after them, we were very impressed.
僕らはもちろん日本代表として
Of course, we represent Japan.
スタジアムにいる
We're a
皆さん
national team of
の声
Japan.
ロシア
But fans who come to Russia from Japan
ピッチ外での日本人の行いがこうやって世界に称えられる
to be
素晴らしいことですし
praised by the media and the whole world like this is something that we are very much proud of. And of course, I hope that this will lead to fans in Japan do the same sort of thing. And it has actually led to the same actions back in Japan, therefore I'm very proud. Well, in Japan, there's a saying that we have to leave things cleaner than the time we came to the place. So that's one of the virtuous things that Japanese people are supposed to do. And then that's what they did, I suppose, cleaning after them after the match.
Well, arigato gozaimasu. Maya, we kindly ask our friends, photographers, to leave the room now, please. Maya, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck for tomorrow. Well, guys, please. Photographers, please. Thank you. I think we had plenty of time to make some pics. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, I see you, my friends. No worry. We are waiting for the photographers to leave, and I give you the floor right after. No worries. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Please. Time out. Thank you. Merci. Arigato. Well, it's a pleasure now to also welcome Mr. Nishino Akira, coach of Japan. Somebody raised his hand at the very bottom, please. The sir with the glasses at the end. Yes, please. You have the mic, sir? Yes.
Bonjour, coach. Bonjour à tout le monde.
Hello, coach. Hello, everyone. I have a question. The Japanese media do speak a lot about the athletic performance of Senegal. Apart from this athleticism of the players, what do you think is the main asset of the Senegal team?
Well, the image that we have about African teams is that they are very physical, and their physicality is superior, and we have to cope with that. We tend to think that as the first thing, but this Senegal team, in addition to their physicality and also speed, individual players however, they are very organized at the same time. So, in order to capitalize on their physicality and also speed, they know how to defend in an organized manner so that they can get hold of the ball and take possession of the ball. They are disciplined. As a team, they are well organized. Therefore, we have to be very careful.
Next question, please. Yes, in the middle, the sir. No? Okay, so apparently he didn't take the mic. Please, up front, yes?
Bonjour, David Kalfa de Radio France
Hello,
Internationale.
David Kalfa from Radio France International. Japan prepared this match by playing against Mali in March. And according to what you saw, do you think that Senegal does match that team, or are the styles of play very different and the matches that you played before were not as good preparations as you were hoping for?
So we did meet Mali in March in Europe. And before coming over here, we met Ghana in a friendly. So through these test matches or friendlies, our image of African teams, well, of course, but when I say African teams, they are different according to their regions, and Mali and Ghana are different teams from Senegal. Therefore, it is difficult to say, but the speed and the strength, physical strength, I believe we could experience some of the African physicality and speed through those friendlies. However, Senegal is very well disciplined, like I mentioned before. Therefore, in that sense, Senegal is different from the other two African teams. They can use the individual power and speed very well because they are disciplined. So they might play beyond our expectation or beyond our imagination tomorrow.
From StarTime Sports. You've been praising this Senegal side for their discipline, their physicality, and a number of different things. But how do you plan to break down this Senegal side, and do you see any weaknesses in the team?
For the past several days, our Inui and Oshima, I've been telling them to, gain 5 centimeters and 5 kilograms, but it failed. Therefore, we have to do something else. We need some other measures or countermeasures. Of course, there's a ball, and through the ball and using the ball, we are going to take on Senegal. There will be, if in the case that there will be a lot of physical contacts, then we will be in disadvantaged very much. Therefore, we will have to make some variations. And then we can use our quickness. Also, we need to move the ball well. Their weak point, I cannot really come up with that at this point. So rather than physicality, we have to use our brain and come up with some tactics and strategies.
Hello, Julia from TV Globo Brazil.
On our left,
here,
coach.
on your left,
Here.
in front, here. So besides their discipline, is there any other concern, is there any other strength point that concerns you in Senegal, especially when they attack?
To forward and wing, Mane, individual speed is a concern for us. We're going to put up defense as a group, but still, they have the power and speed. Therefore, even if we put up a defense as a team, then there is a possibility that individuals on their side can break down our defense line. We always have to come up with some measures. They can really play forward. Therefore, we have to slow them down, block them. We need to really come up with strategies and tactics to block them and stop them.
Coach Mark Trevelyan speaking from Reuters. Before you left Japan, you said it would take a small miracle to beat Colombia. Why were you so pessimistic at that point? And now you have beaten them. What do you think is possible for Japan in this tournament?
Well, there was a question whether I could cause a miracle. And to beat Colombia will be a small miracle. So I have an experience of beating Brazil in the Olympics, and it might have been a little miracle, but we do not really believe those are miracles per se. I think the word miracle has taken on its own meaning, it seems. I don't think I was being that pessimistic at that point. What I said was, well, I might have said it could take a little miracle to beat Colombia. Well, we did prepare ourselves very well. And of course, we did beat Colombia. I do not believe it was a miracle. Matsujima from Japan. After the practice 2 days ago, you said you were going to continue with the pretty much same team as against Colombia. Do you have any plans that you can share with us against Senegal? You are a Japanese journalist, and you are asking this kind of question. I'm not too sure. Of course, we'd like to use everybody, and of course, on our team, everybody is a good player. Of course, I have options. I can select from all the players. And of course, against Colombia, we had a numerical advantage. But in terms of the starting lineup, at this point, we will probably stick to the same sort of starting lineup as in the Colombian match.
Yes, up front, please. Yes.
Voilà. Ahmed Insi, Sport 221, Senegal.
Ahmed Insi from Senegal. Coach, if we understand you well, you are a little bit fearful of Senegal because Senegal is an organized team with good players, such as Sadio Mane and Nyang, who was man of the match. Do you have a special plan to isolate those players, those very dangerous Senegalese players? And I have a second question. For this particular match, do you think that Senegal is favorite? Do you think Senegal is going to win?
We are not fearful of Senegal at all. I am very much confident about our team and our organization. But the impression of Senegal is slightly different from what we see as an African team. So they are not just speed or individual physicality. Therefore, against individual players, yes, there are or there have been things we have done and we could do, but and Senegal has some superstars, but as a team of Senegal, how we're going to deal with them and cope with them, I do feel that it will be very tough on us. And that is the reason why I have been discussing with my players how to deal with Senegal. And rather than being fearful, we're very much looking forward to the match and how we are going to beat them. And I'd like to show you how tomorrow.
Peter Stebbings from the news agency AFP.
On our left, to our left, coach.
Konnichiwa. So Sadio Mane is obviously the kind of the main danger man. Do you have any special plans for him? And have you had a conversation with Maya Yoshida about him, about Sadio Mane specifically, given that they play together and they must know each other quite well? Thank you.
You should have asked that question when Yoshida was here. Well, I suppose they will be on the same side. Most likely, it's not just Yoshida, but all the players. To all the players, we are giving them information about Sadio Mane. And I'm sure Yoshida will be in a situation of a duel with Mane. So it's not just Yoshida, but defenders and midfielders are all informed about Sadio Mane. And against Sadio Mane, I'm sure we can deal with him, but Thanks to Sadio Mane's contribution, for example, defensive midfielders and then all the other teams might start flowing and moving the ball well. And that is something that we have to be concerned about. It might be possible to mark him. It may not be one-on-one, or it could be three-on-one. It is possible to stop him. However, he has an influence on other players, and that's what we are concerned about.
Last two questions, please.
Kaji, I'm a freelancer. So you won the first match, and you would probably like to gain 3 more points. And then you would probably make it to the round of 16 already. And I'm sure you are pursuing the victory, but there's time, and then there's the situation. And if you already have 4 points before meeting Poland, then you would be in a sort of easier situation. And what is the strategy? In halftime, against Colombia, amongst the players, there were some who were saying, we've already done it, we can settle for a draw. But I said, we have to win, and we can win. So we went for victory. And that's why I gave them all the, attacking strategies and tactics, and that's why we're at the top of the group. To go to the third match is almost like a consolation match. And then I always tell my players that the second match is the deciding match. We have to win, even if it is against Senegal. Or if it were Poland, we need to earn points, maximum points, even if it is slightly risky. And that's my thinking, and that's how I tell my players, even if it is slightly risky, we'd like to be attacking, we'd like to try to win.
Thank you, Coach. We can't take any other questions since we are now starting the training session. And as you all know, you have to go there, and the first 15 minutes open to the media.